Hey guys, it's Garry Dean, Garry Dean's Rapid Ride Rehab. So, as most of you that watch my channel or watch my videos know, my business got a major overhaul, well, is getting a major overhaul currently, and officially January 1st, 2026. I just wanted to do a quick review and demo video of a new spray gun that I recently picked up. It is the Drizzle Pro, and Inokraft is a company that makes it. And I've got a Ford Ranger fender that's already been painted and cleared. It was for a project about a year ago that's been sitting on a shelf, but I scuffed it down today, and I'm gonna put 2 fresh coats of clear on it in this video. So I'm gonna show you what my setup is, and we'll go from there. But really, I wanted to just touch on real quick. So my business went from a detailing and some custom stuff. I've been doing body and paint for 25 years, off and on for various situations, a lot of personal stuff. About 3 years ago, I started selling the service to customers and getting into it in a business kind of way. And so fast forward 3 years, I have lots and lots of paint and body work. That is the bulk of my business currently. I still detail, I still do rim curb rash repair and repaints. I do interior leather repairs and that kind of thing, but most of the work that I do is body and paint. So let me show you what's going on. So it is currently 60% humidity and 80.4 degrees here in Tampa, Florida. If you would like to see more of the body and paint side of what I do, which again is the bulk of what I do these days, let me know. Tell me about it in the comments. I am going to preface this video by telling you that this is not me showing you how to do it or whatever. I'm just giving you a demo of what it is I do to make money. Basically, this is not you teach me. This is I'm showing you what's going on and the shenanigans that I call my business and my life. So be nice. It is what it is. So I was showing you 80 degrees, 60% humidity. This is where my airline comes into my paint bay. I keep my regulator before my hose for my spray gun set at 50 PSI, as you see there. I am reviewing the brand new Inokraft Drizzle Pro. I have replaced it had the base coat nozzle set and needle in there. I put the clear coat set. This gun comes with a base coat 1.3 nozzle and needle, and comes with a clear coat 1.3 nozzle and needle. I have the Inokraft adapter for their cup system. The gun does come with this nice regulator and a high flow fitting. This is supposed to be 7.7 CFM is what this gun needs, if I remember correctly. The build on this gun is amazing. It really is light. It is more compact than your standard gun. I do use the R500. That's my primer gun. I use the R500 a lot because I love it. I do have my base coat R500, and there's an Aero Pro A610 down there that I generally use for clear. I just brought those in here, but I'm switching to only using the Drizzle Pro for clear coat, and I am likely, because of how amazing this gun is, I'm likely going to buy one for base coat and have one for base clear. But if you do see here, I have a brand new, never used Inokraft Drizzle D1. That's an amazing gun, so I have heard as well. So I'm going to get you set up. I have this panel all scuffed up. I did use some gray Scotch-Brites. I've wiped it down with glass cleaner. I'm going to do that again really quick off camera, and then I'm just going to mix up some of this super duper cheapy Speedokote SMR 135. I have the slow activator because that's pretty much all I use. I may reach for medium here in Florida, I don't know, once or twice a year. I don't keep a lot. I generally just use slow. All right, so I'm gonna get everything prepped and ready to get sprayed. And then I'll put you on the tripod over there and you can see me use the gun and I'll talk about it a little bit. All right, I'm about to mix up some of this SMR 135. This is not my favorite clear coat. I generally don't even use it. I use it for just small projects that aren't gonna need a heavy duty, crazy, awesome UV protecting clear. The Inokraft Drizzle Pro comes with this cup system and the liners. It is graduated. This particular clear mixes up 3 to 1, so we're gonna put 3 parts, or I'm sorry, I'm gonna mix up enough for 2 coats. I would imagine I don't need a lot. And then the slow activator, 3 to 1. There we go. The cap has a filter in it. Pretty cool. Put that in there just like that. Make sure your cap is snapped on properly. Then you use the locking collar. Give her a little shake, Sonora. And I can see I have a little particulate floating around in there. But that filter is not going to allow that to get through into my gun. So, all right, so I got my respirator. Obviously, if you're painting anything, you want to use your respirator. Any of your personal safety equipment, you got to make sure you wear that, guys. All right, so got my pre-mixed clear coat. So how this works is this snaps on there and you twist it and you're good to go. So with that said, you can see the panel behind me. I did do a second wipe. So once I'm done with this, I'll bring you around and I'll show you what kind of finish it leaves behind. But what I've done here is got the gun thoroughly cleaned. I've added their cup system. I've got the regulator set. Their regulator has a green area, so that's your safety zone, I guess, and that's the range they want you to spray in, which is looks to be the top end of that is 30 psi. Like I told you already, I have my regulator in my booth set to 50 psi. I have this set to 25 psi, and I did 2 turns out from close on the fluid nozzle because that seems to be the sweet spot for me. I paint a little slower. I'm more of a restorative guy, a restoration type painter that does some production, but I'm the quality meets production kind of situation. So not your bottom of the barrel and generally not the stupid high-end situation. Usually how I run my business and deal with my clientele, my demographic is generally somewhere on the top end of mid to high end. That's where I put myself for the quality and my pricing basically for what I do. So anyway, respirator time. Time to shut up and get to work. All right, so you see what's going on? Got my air hose. You can see. Set at 25 psi. Let's get right into it. All right, I'm gonna throw on that second coat now. This is basically, this particular clear, you spray it and then you go right in with the second coat. There's no real wait around time. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with that second coat and then we'll walk around it and talk about it. I bumped the pressure up just a little bit to about 28 PSI. Looking good, looking good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got the gun torn down and all cleaned up because that's all I'm doing today is this little demo for you guys. And let me show you what that looks like, then we'll look at the finish. All right, so I broke the gun all down. I got it all cleaned out. I put the needle back in there. There's the nozzle. If you notice, it says 1.3C. And then the air cap is the same for both nozzles. And then this is the adapter for those, I guess, PPS cups, but this is the Inokraft version. So I cleaned it out with lacquer thinner. As you can see, got my little lacquer thinner situation, some brushes and whatnot. So I got it all cleaned out. I can tell you that the finish looks really, really good. I did not wipe it down with a tack cloth before I did this. Partially, that's partially why there's dust all up in it. Again, this is just a fender I had laying around. It is not for a customer or anything. Literally, I just wanted to do this demo. But what I love is that if you look, it is really flat. Yes, there's some texture in it, very little texture in that, but that resembles, I don't know, I want to say factory clear, but even factory clear, especially if you go with any Stellantis product, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, any of that, you're going to have incredible orange peel from the factory. This might look too good next to it. But I don't know. I'm very impressed with the finish. What I don't like, literally the only thing I don't like, the fan pattern is big and amazing. The two turns out is the primo spot for me. I can still go relatively quick while being relatively slow, if that makes any sense. Plenty of fluid. I don't worry as much about runs. I mean, here's the deal. If you're not getting runs occasionally, you're not using enough clear, period. As far as this gun goes, I think it's absolutely amazing. What I don't love is all the overspray that you saw in here. Now, generally speaking, overspray is wasted product. So it being a low volume, low pressure gun, producing all that overspray, I don't love that. Will it stop me from using the gun? No, it works amazing. Do you need extra ventilation in your shop if you're going to use this gun? Likely. Most of my work is mobile work. I do a lot of full paint jobs right here in my paint bay at my shop in Holiday, Florida. But as far as the majority of my work, it's mobile work. So this gun would work great if you had a bigger compressor with you on a mobile job. I have a unique situation for my mobile jobs. We'll get into that in another video. But I give this, if we're gonna rate this thing, I would probably give this gun, man, I don't know if I'd give it an A+ just because of that overspray. But you're gonna get overspray with any gun. Even my R500 that only draws 3 to 3.9 CFM produces some overspray. Not the level that that one does. However, that one does use more air. So, with that said, I give that a solid A as far as everything goes. This gun, when it came out a couple of weeks ago, was $199 on Amazon. It is currently $209, so it has gone up a little bit in price, but it is definitely worth giving it a shot. If you're looking for a pro quality gun that doesn't break the bank, that works well, and is intended for base and clear, I always recommend having dedicated guns, one for primer, one for base, one for clear. I will likely purchase another one just for base coat. I absolutely love this gun, and for the $200 price point, there ain't a whole lot of guns that can hang with this thing at that price point, in my opinion, for what you get. You get the cup system, you get the gun, you get the pressure gauge, you get the high flow fitting, you get the appropriate nozzles for base and clear, and that's what it's intended for. So I give this an A. Thanks for watching, guys. If you got questions, leave them in the comments below. I do screen literally every comment, so if you're not being a retard or a jerk face, because I guess retard isn't a word these days, I will allow the comment and I will respond to you. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. My cell phone number is 813-846-4406 should you need me. Have a great day, guys.